Alright, so today I'm going to be replacing a starter on this G37.
And it's pink.
Yeah, it's a pink G37. Right now I'm just going to jack the car up. I'm going to take this
You
wheel
did
off.
it.
And right here, right behind the wheel, you should... I'm only going to take it off because you have this one wire that you have to disconnect from the starter. And once I'm down there, I'll show you which two bolts you have to get.
Just pause.
And then how to take it out, yeah. Okay, so the wheel is off. So one thing you have, I think it's a 10 millimeter or a 12 millimeter right behind. You have to pick up that rubber and you'll take off. That's the one that gives it power or whatever you want to call it. But you're gonna pull that rubber, take that 10 or 12 off, and then your starter is right there. Alright, so I'm getting that one power wire from the back side with a wrench. It's a 12 millimeter actually, and I'm gonna be disconnecting that right now. Okay, so the two bolts that you're going to be taking off are the one right next to the harness right here. It's going to be the bottom one, and it's going to have a bracket, and then the top one. I already got that one off. It's going to be these two. Okay, so the back two bolts are removed and the one power wire. Okay, so what I've always found easier for me is I end up disconnecting this. I pull that tab out, and also I disconnect these two connectors, and I move both of them out the way. This one also, and it's just to move it out the way. But I think it's gonna be easier just because this one already has aftermarket engine mounts, so it probably will just slide out the way. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I take this bracket out too. Okay, so for now I'm gonna leave that bracket on there. I just disconnected that harness and pushed it to the back. I think it should just be able to slide up right there. Okay, yes, you see, this is why I take this bracket out. But okay, yeah, so I'm gonna remove this bracket. It should just be that 10 millimeter bolt right there. Okay, so I didn't remove the bracket, I just played around with it a little bit and it slid out. So the same way you take it out is the same way you're gonna put it in. So this is the old, this is the new. I don't really think you have to transfer anything, but yeah, you don't really have to transfer anything. And then this is the one wire that you have to connect right behind the wheel. This is your power wire or whatever you want to call it. Same thing for this one, so they're the exact same. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this. So I'm gonna take it out the same way I'm gonna put it in. Here we go, it's in. So one thing, if you have the stock motor mounts, I think it's a little bit harder because they come out a little bit more out, and you have less room. But what makes it easier is if you take this bracket off. It's that 10 millimeter bolt right there, and that should be the only thing that would be in your way. And if you want, you could pull this out just to move it out the way. Alright, I got these two bolts on. Now I just gotta connect the harness. Alright, so don't forget the little harness that you're gonna connect right here is running from right here on the other end. You're gonna put it to the front and plug it in. Okay, so everything back here is done. Two bolts are in, harness is connected, so the only thing you need to do now is just connect the power up here, which I gotta find it. Okay, so now the last thing to do is connect this, and then we're done. Just put the wheel back on and cut it on. Before you do anything else, just if you took the brackets off and disconnected these, make sure you connect them back and put them back where they go. Everything should be good now. I'm just gonna put the wheel on and turn it on. So before you start anything, the first thing you want to do is disconnect your battery, and then when you're done, connect your battery. Alright, so everything's connected. The car starts up pretty good now, and that should be it for a G37 starter.